A few times I've gotten the question from a few different people of how I do my VHS visuals. I guess because they look a little more authentic than some of the other ones you see. So I thought I'd throw together this real quick where I'm gonna show how I do it. I'll start by saying that sometimes I'll just shoot the thing on an old camcorder. Like this one that you're seeing me through right now, which is the Canon UC100. It is not a VHS camcorder or even VHS-C or S VHS. This is an 8mm or Video 8 camcorder, but it has that same quality to it. They're very similar in style. And using a camcorder like this is very good if you want the footage to, just look right straight out of the box, and then you want to edit it afterwards. To get the footage off of this tape though, and then into my computer, I use one of two things. Either I use this little guy, which is the Immersion RC Power Play. It's a little digital recorder. You put an SD card in there and then you plug your camera into it and hit play on the tape and record on this thing, you get it. Or I use this one. This is the Clear Click Video to Digital Converter. It's essentially the exact same thing, but with a bigger screen and worse audio. So that's one way I do it, to just, have the footage look old right out of the box. I also use mini DV cameras or whatever. Some of them I use without the tape. I just plug the RCA out of the camera straight into this, and I record it directly to this. That way I don't have to even have a tape for the camera. But obviously that means the footage that you get is just raw, and then you have to edit it afterwards. And sometimes you want to edit the footage before. You want to add some effects, some text or whatever, and then you want to make it look VHS-y. So let's go to how I do that. It's this thing. You've probably seen one of these before. It's one of those combined VCRs and DVD players, but it can record from one side to the other. That in and of itself is not super rare. As long as it's a recorder, it can almost always record from tape to DVD. Like you're supposed to use it to, digitize old family home movies and memories that you might have on tape to DVD, so that you can watch it on your computer or something. But some of them, like this one, can record both ways. This one even has a built-in hard drive as well. And it's a little wonky and weird, but you'll see that when I get to the process. But if you're looking to pick something like this up, that's what you gotta look for. You gotta look up the model, download the manual, go through the PDF and make sure it can record in both directions, because otherwise you've just wasted your money. I got this specific one off of eBay, and I ended up kind of splurging on it because of one specific feature that my last one didn't have, which you might have already picked up on by looking right there. So yeah, the kind of magical thing about this one specifically, which is not necessary if you want to do this yourself, but it's really nice for me, is that it has HDMI out. This is going to be really tricky to film, but yeah, right back here. It's got an HDMI out, meaning that you can watch VHS through HDMI, which is crazy, but which also allows me to have an HDMI cable that goes out of this DVD VCR and into my capture card on my PC. And so then I can just play whatever I want on this thing, hit record in OBS, and have it be digitized. So now I'm gonna do a quick walkthrough of the entire process. I start by filming a clip, a digital clip on any, with my phone or whatever. I then bring that footage into my video editor of choice, and for this example, we're gonna add a text. Then I take that video and I put it into a 4:3 composition, and I squeeze the widescreen into a 4:3. This will make sense in a little bit. I then export that file and I plug in my little DVD burner. I then use a software called FreeMake. I don't know if it's good. It's one that I found years ago that works, so I've just kept using it, and I'm gonna keep using it until it doesn't work anymore. I burn the file to the disk, which takes so fucking long, But once it's done, I take it out of the burner and I put it into my VCR DVD combo player. And here's a little quirk with mine specifically. For some reason, I can't record from DVD to VHS, which is the whole point. But what I can do is I can record from DVD to the hard drive. And then I can record from the hard drive to the VHS. So it's a little extra cumbersome. But yeah, what I do here is that I hit dubbing on the remote. I dub it to the hard drive. This is in real time, by the way. So if you have 5 minutes of footage, this is gonna take 5 minutes. After those 5 minutes are up, I switch over to the VCR. I go to dubbing again. I pick the little recording on the hard drive. I choose if I want it to be in standard play or long play. I sometimes use long play if I want it to be a bit more glitchy and shitty looking, and standard play is what I use most of the time. And then I hit dub. And now again in real time, it is recording from the hard drive onto the tape. So again, if the source video is 5 minutes, we're now on 10 minutes, not counting for all the setup and the burning of the DVD and all of that. And then when that's finally done, I rewind the tape, open OBS on my computer, add my capture card as a video source, hit record, and then I hit play on the VCR. And there we have it. The footage is now playing off of the tape and I'm recording it into my PC. And because this VCR is currently outputting like a forced widescreen, it is taking the footage that we squeezed earlier and stretching it out to be widescreen again, which is good because, you know, VHS doesn't natively support widescreen. And if I do want it to be in 4:3, I can just make some adjustments earlier. It's whatever. But yeah, that's the whole process. Here's a before and after, and here they are side by side. And that's it. And now you might be saying, hey Jeff, that sounds like a lot of work for, you know, kind of a small thing that very few people will notice or care about. Yeah,